Hello everyone! I hope everyone has had a wonderful week so far. My name is Ashley Nazareth Vanegas and the article I chose is titled Family Involvement and Parent-Teacher Relationships for Students with Autism Spectrum Disorders. The authors of the article are S. Andrew Garbax, Laura Lee McIntyre, and Rachel T. Santiago. So let's get started. Overview of the article. The article focuses on the academic family involvement and parent-teacher relationships in relation to students with autism spectrum disorder, otherwise known as ASD. This disorder is characterized by various impairments such as social, communicative, behavioral, choice of personal interest, and/or activities. The authors of the article presents a study that looks into several variables that could negatively or positively affect family involvement and parent-teacher relationships for the families of children with ASD. Family involvement is when families support their child's learning by creating a connection between the school and home environment. Through a well-defined parent-teacher relationship, the student has a better chance to improve academically and behaviorally through collaboration from both the teacher and the parent. The study focuses on 4 areas of influential factors that can affect these relationships, those of which are characteristics displayed by the child, maternal education, which is the academic and cognitive development the student has based on the mother's educational standing, various sources of support, and satisfaction based on the services available for the child. The data collected in the study is based on the perspectives of the parents of those who have children with ASD. So the author's perspective/opinions. To provide a brief summary of the study conducted in the article, the samples collected were based on the results of following a couple of students with ASD from when they were in early childhood up to when they were in elementary school. These students and their families were chosen after being deemed eligible to participate in the study. The demographics of the students that were selected for the study is on the table I placed on the slide. The total amount of participants were 31, including the students and their families. Throughout the study, parents rated satisfaction of the services the child was receiving that supports them academically and behaviorally. They also shared how much they were informed about autism spectrum disorder when their child was in early childhood. The study also assessed the child's areas of communication, social behavior, emotional conduct, and peer relationships. After looking at the results, those parents who have children with lower communication skills reported less family involvement, and parents of children with higher hyperactivity reported poor relationships with their child's teacher as compared to parents of children with higher communication skills and lower hyperactivity. Families' history accessing services and with service providers in early childhood can influence their educational involvement and perceptions of the parent-teacher relationships in elementary school. The authors believe that in order to address the child's behavior and to further engage families is to implement a tiered system of support. In Tier 1, families would be involved and informed of the sequence plans for supporting the child while linking the school and home environment. For those students with ASD who need further intervention, the other tiers are provided by the school psychologist. After finishing the study, the authors believe that the results of the study could be further strengthened by collecting and analyzing different forms of data. Some changes could be tracking academic student growth and including various forms of assessments, such as teacher and parent-based observations at school and at home. So, my reaction. It is important to inform the families of those who have children with ASD as early as possible. Families should be aware of the different services and service providers available to improve the student academically and behaviorally. As they are informed, families would want to continue having contact with the teacher and other necessary school personnel, such as a school psychologist, in order to provide the best for their child. In order to promote academic success for our students, it is essential to collaborate with other teachers, parents, and other school staff. When working with other teachers can provide ideas and strategies that have worked in their own classroom with those students with ASD. When collaborating with parents, as stated in the article, the scope of the child's adaptive behavior support needs may influence the degree to which families are involved in educational programming. This signifies that parent involvement measures to a level of importance when promoting student academic and behavioral success. Other types of collaborations that could promote student academic and behavioral success would be planning and tracking student progress with other members of the school, such as the school psychologist. These results are then shared with the parents. As educators, our job is to provide engaging and developmentally appropriate assignments in the classroom. We're also meant to collect and analyze data to track student progress, which in turn can be used as informal and formal data. However, our limits as educators do not allow us to get past the home environment. This is where parents of the child with ASD would be able to contribute to their child's success at home. Through parental observation and academic aid, the child is receiving appropriate academic assistance at home. Implications to practice. When working with students with ASD, it is important to not only track them academically, but also behaviorally. I remember when I was doing my internship in my last semester of my bachelor's degree, there was a student in my class who was not yet diagnosed, but displayed symptoms of needing special education. During lessons, he would act like if he was not listening to the content being taught. But when it was time to take the exams, he would quickly complete them and still score A's. His academic progress was steady, but his behavior was mostly disruptive and negative towards other students. After communicating this to his parents, my cooperating teacher and I agreed to track his behavior using a behavioral tracking sheet. We observed his behavior throughout the day and provided a final assessment on the sheet. The feedback provided to the student would vary. Happy face for the appropriate and respectful behavior, so-so face for okay behavior, and sad face for disruptive and disrespectful behavior. The parent would then read the feedback, sign it, and return it to the teacher for the next day. This was especially important because the student was able to view his behavior improving weekly on these tracking sheets. As mentioned in my previous story of the student whose behavior was being tracked, his parents were informed daily of his behavioral progress. As an educator, I understand the importance of keeping that consistent communication with the parents. That way, parents are informed and are up to date with what is going on with their child at school. Through these positive relationships, parents are also going to want to collaborate and help their child succeed when in their home environment. It is important to invite parents to other school events that promote academic success. Last academic year, my school hosted a Math Fun Night, where parents and their children came to the school one afternoon and played different games involving math. Students were having fun learning and were building their relationships with their family. As mentioned in the article, students are further motivated and improve academically when they see that their family is involved in their learning process. So the article was retrieved from the Stillman SEU library. It's peer-reviewed and within the last 5 years. Thank you so much for watching and have a blessed day.